What's up everybody, it's Dono. In this video I'm going to be talking about slang in rap. And I got a question which was basically how to use slang in rap, especially if you don't understand a lot of the slang that gets used. And I'm going to give an answer that's probably a little bit different than what you might expect, but I think it's going to serve you better in the long run. So I could talk about how I got stacks back at the crib or dimes up in my whip, but it's not going to help you to explain all these different kinds of slang if you don't understand them naturally, if it's not a part of speech that's used where you're from. In my opinion, the best rap comes from really expressing what's most natural and unique to you. So if you're using somebody else's slang, then more likely than not, it's not gonna sound natural at all. It's gonna come out all weird. You're probably gonna use it wrong. Like, it just doesn't make sense to take other people's slang and use it as your own. It's not gonna come across well. It reminds me of this idea that people have stuck in their heads that rap has to be in the braggadocio style, right? That you have to do this self-hype, like, I'm so cool and I'm dope and check me out. Like, you don't have to rap in that same style, in the same way that you don't need to use the slang that other people are using to make rap music. Use things that are natural to you. Look for your own unique way to tell your story, and that's gonna come across so much more genuine and resonate with so many more people. On top of that, you should be using the slang that's natural to you, because the first group of fans that you get most likely is gonna be geographically pretty similar to you. So when you're using these kinds of slang, it's going to be stuff that people around you know. So that's really going to be a much better starting point than trying to take the slang from rap songs that you like and put that out into your own music in a way that's really unnatural. Now, I also understand if you just want to know what some of that slang means. If you really want to know, like you hear something in a song, you have no idea what it is, it's really not that hard. Just go look it up. Urban Dictionary is the best resource that I know of. They're going to give you the definition that's probably being used in the rap song. So just do that whenever you run into something you don't know. Now, the way that the question was framed kind of talks about slang as a way to increase your vocabulary, so I kind of get where they're coming from. But when I talk about vocabulary, I mostly mean looking for additional ways to express yourself naturally. When I say you should be reading and looking at other resources and trying to look up new words and stuff like that, it's more so that you have access to more words, not so that you have to be locked into specific ones. You can potentially look at slang the same way and try to learn these different phrases to open up your rhyme possibilities, but you're going to run into the trouble of, if you're from a certain place that doesn't use that slang and you're trying to push your music there, people aren't really going to understand what you say. And on top of that, slang is usually a little bit different than, just learning normal vocabulary words. Normal vocabulary words come with pretty strict, normal, easy to understand definitions. Slang a lot of times has really specific context and connotations that you may not understand if you're not naturally exposed to those kinds of phrases. On that note though, if you are looking to, learn some more slang for that reason, be aware that a lot of the slang is just kind of crude, which can totally work with your style, but if you're trying to do something a little bit more conscious, your time is probably going to be spent better working on just generally expanding your vocabulary. Totally up to you and what fits your style. I just wanted to give you a couple ideas about how slang can fit into rap. If for some reason you really intimately want to learn slang, then you're gonna need to engulf yourself in whatever culture has that slang. You need to talk to people, you need to listen to music, you need to read stuff, you need to really engage in whatever subset of culture has that type of slang so you can understand its usage properly and use it properly. Otherwise, it's just gonna come across weird. That's really all I've got for this video. So as always, if you've got questions, comments, topics you want me to cover, throw them down in the box below. I've also got a full 30-day how to rap course. I have a link to that below along with a discount code. And I've also got a website, rapbetter.com, where you can check out some more resources. I will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date on the videos, and if you have any questions, comments, or topics you want me to cover, leave them down in the box below and I'll get to them as soon as possible. See you next time.